So this guy, he doesn't have any high damaging move. Everything is only 36, 32, 38, and then his unique is 24. I don't like that. I like high damaging moves because the high damaging move can almost one-shot kill the enemy. And plus that 70 points of damage is strength based, which means we can buff him up and then he can do almost double damage, which is like 140. And then if you fight against something like a nature or a lightning creature, he's going to do even more damage, and he's going to be able to kill one shot with this move with that buff on, that relic that we have. So he's going to be able to kill any nature and any lightning creature with one shot with this move when you have that buff on. So he is really good. One shot killing is awesome. And again, that's why you don't want buffs, because if you're dying in one shot, a buff is not very effective. Let's take a look at water. Water, we have Sleet Slug, and Porpoisely. Sleet Slug is really, really good because he's a hybrid of water and lightning. So his unique is a water attack, but it applies double chain lightning, which is lightning damage. So it does water damage and lightning damage. He's one of the very few Solari that actually has like a split hybrid attacking skill, and this is extremely effective. 18 points of water damage is not that weak either. For water barely gets over like 25 points of damage. So if you get 18 points of water plus some lightning damage, you're gonna cover all the bases there. This guy is really, really good in arena. He's got a little bit lowish stats all around. He's spirit based, and you can see his moves kind of are spirit based. So he's not gonna work with our relic, but he is just a really, really good water / lightning Solari. Over here we got Porpoisely, who is the kind of like famous Solari here in Moonrise, but he sucks. He really, 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 really sucks. So do not use Porpoisely. He is the kind of like, I don't know, in my opinion, the laughing stock of this game, the Magic Carp, if you will, of Moonrise. But he's got the biggest fanfare out there. He's even got some Twitter facts, a Porpoisely Twitter facts. You can check him out on Twitter, Porpoisely Twitter facts. He's also got some memes coming out. Like everyone loves this guy. I hate this fish. This fish is horrible. He doesn't do anything good. He's got no zero boot up skills. He's got nothing to do for around 13 seconds here. His first move that he can do is an evade, which evade is a weaker version of like block and deflect. It has a chance to take no damage from the next attack, so it could do absolutely nothing. Evade is really, really bad in my opinion. His unique skill does little damage. It applies fear, which fear is underpowered right now, and it has a chance to apply stun. It's really, really slow to get through, 36 seconds. He's got low offensive stats. He's got a highish defense stat, but he is water, so he's going to take tons of lightning damage, and lightning just burns through water creatures like no tomorrow. So Porpoisely just sucks. I hate Porpoisely. I am on the Porpoisely haters club right here. And yeah, you can send all that hate mail over to me, but I hate him. I want to eat him. Eat him for lunch and chop him up and have some sushi or whatever. Porpoisely, get out of here. Which is just like, there should be a trash button. Get rid of Porpoisely. So, we got our water guy. We have our fire guy. Let's look at the stone now and get off the Porpoisely rants. Oh, thanks, Lord Enix. Sorry if I butchered that name. Thank you very much. So we're looking at the stone creatures now. So we have Magmarauder. You get to know these guys because they're all the same in arena. So he is kind of a fire creature, not really a stone. He's got one stone attack, and he deals more fire damage. So he's technically kind of a stone. We'll look at Egbert here, who again only one stone attack. He's got a lot more fire attacks as well. So we don't really have a pure stone creature. So kind of like the lesser of two evils almost. See who's got... He's got a really powerful attack, but 60 seconds, by that time, he's pretty much dead. If his speed stat was a little bit higher, that would actually make this cooldown a little bit quicker. The higher your speed stat, the faster your skills boot up and are able to reuse. So right now, he's pretty much got 60 seconds to wait to that attack, but if you can get that attack off, that's 90 points of damage. That's a big damage, like game-changing move right there. Unfortunately, if you are able to get that off, you're typically winning the fight already. We can combo that with our relic that we have, so we might want to take him and use that kind of combo and show that off. He does have a 0 for 36 move, which is awesome. You always want 0 boot up moves. His next move, okay, he does burning to everything, and then he has one stone attack right here. The best thing of this move is that it does stun. So it stuns, which means it's going to interrupt the opponents, and that's going to buy you some time. It also has the chance to petrify, which can be good as well. So let's go ahead and throw him as our kind of pseudo stone creature. Now let's take a look. Do we have nature? We have, yeah, we got 2 nature guys. So let's look here. When dealt nature damage, gains cleanse. So when someone hits him with nature damage, he's going to get cleanse. Cleanse takes away all of the status effects and protects himself. Overall, we're looking at damage dealing attacks. So he got 0 for 32, great. He's got another attack right here, 11 for 26. Does the entire front line, which is pretty good. 26 points of damage, and it applies root. Against human opponents, that can be really clutch. Against AIs, not so much. AIs never, ever recall their guys. But his unique skill here is really, really good. Because, again, it applies regeneration. Regeneration, we touched on this, is king in Arena. If you got regeneration or resurgence, which acts kind of like a regeneration, you're going to do really well. He's also extremely tanky. The trick, though, with him is he's nature. So he's weak to fire. And fire, we talked about earlier, is extremely powerful. And fire can burn down these guys at one shot. You need to kind of take out the fire creatures before you bring out the nature creatures. We'll look at the other nature creature. He deals more nature damage. The only thing is he's only got 1 nature move right here. So he's kind of iffy on that front. He's got a cleanse, which I don't like buffs in Arena at all. Buffs, too slow. He's got a big heal. Again, buffs, healing, you don't have the time. They're going to die really fast. So he's got really 2 moves in my opinion. He's got this one, and he's got this petal flutter. So after that, he's kind of just useless. So he's okay, but buffs, in my opinion, don't work out very well in Arena. So let's go ahead and we'll take the leaf root, move on to the next one. What do we need now? We got fire, water, stone, nature. We need lightning. Voltoid and Sting Storm. Voltoid cannot be withdrawn, gains haste frequently. This trait is kind of wasteful. He's already got a high speed stat, so it doesn't really need haste. And his moves, just, to me, I've used him before, and this is why I'm saying it. He just doesn't dish out enough damage, in my opinion, for the kind of benefits that he has there on his passive. So let's take a look at the other one. Sting Storm, haste, don't like. Again, it's a buff. And, okay, so he has no other 0 boot up moves. So we're going to take the other guy just because he's got a 0 boot up move. We want to attack fast. You'll notice that when you bring guys in, you want to be doing something right away. You don't want to be waiting for 8 seconds because then your opponent can kill you in those 8 seconds. So we're going to put him, and you'll notice that, I don't know, you'll see that he just doesn't work out that well. So we have 1 extra slot, and we can do whatever we want with this extra slot. So we have all these other guys that we can choose from. Cheminox here is a basic type. Hold on just a second here. Yep. Alright, it'll be a while. Yeah. So Cheminox is a basic guy, and the thing with basics is they got different kinds of moves. So he's got a water move right there, and he's got this basic move, but he has no 0 boot up attack, so I don't like that at all. So we're not going to use him. Zingbat over here is more of kind of like a basic water hybrid creature. He deals more water damage, takes more electric and nature damage himself. So he's got a very strong, a water base, which is good because you want to take out those fire creatures ASAP, and there's not many fire damaging skills. The dolphin, the dolphin turns into, it's just... The dolphin, the porpoisely, is rumored to turn into this giant dolphin. I'll show you out in the barrier zone. So it's rumored to do that. Let's go throw him on there for some water damage, and he also has a really, really strong, unique skill. Porpoisely over here. The title. Okay. Didn't do that. So Porpoisely is supposedly going to evolve into this thing. I don't know if he's out yet. It's this big giant whale that you see in the background here. And if so, he's going to look freaking cool. Again, it's going to be like the Magikarp. It doesn't look like he's out here right now. But there's a big giant like whale thing. And so that's the rumor, is that Porpoisely is going to actually go into that. So currently Porpoisely only has 2 tiers. He's got Porpoisely, and then he's got Porpoisely. He doesn't even change his name or anything. They haven't really finished Porpoisely. But he will eventually have a tier 3. Let's go take a look at Porpoisely for those guys that don't know. He's the fish that I don't like, guys. So we have Porpoisely, and you can see he is even maxed out at level 30 right now. So overall, even outside of Arena, I think he really sucks. This fish is, like I said, the Magikarp of Moonrise. So if you played Pokemon, Magikarp is this little crappy fish that doesn't do anything. He flounders, and then he turns into this big, giant, like, Gyarados dragon, and he just wreaks havoc and is awesome. Hopefully that happens with Porpoisely, and if so, I mean, you'll see here in this zone, occasionally there'll be a big, giant, like, whale fish thing. He's kind of, like, cool looking, and he kind of, like, almost like an eel and has some, like, electricity, it seems like maybe. He's, like, luminous. You can see through him. So check that area, and he might actually be Porpoisely's 3rd tier. Let's jump into the arena here and go ahead. So we're going to queue up. I'm going to go change up the stream title, since the stream title, I guess, is a little misleading. The Twitch chat is going to go away just a second. If you have any questions, post here. If you want to fight in the arena, queue up. Be right back and change up that Twitch chat thing. Let's see here. Twitch.tv. Oops. Twitch.tv. Yeah, so the game is still a work in progress for sure.
He gets back into it, so he's always a threat.
Yeah, so
that's one of the cool things, is the devs actually listen to us, especially here in early access. To get into early access, you got to pay $15 or $20, or you can occasionally win some special keys, some beta keys. And we do have one beta key to give away later on here in the stream. So let's see here. I'm renaming this page. So yeah, so the beta key will get you in instantly, but you don't get any of the goodies or the prizes. Twitch. Why is it not going to my stream right now? Channel. Okay. Moonrise, arena tips, and team building tactics. Alright, so we've renamed that. Go close that out now. Hopefully get the chat back up. No one has queued up for the arena, so if it instantly queues up, that means you're fighting a human opponent. If you wait a few minutes and nothing happens, that means it's typically going to be an AI opponent. Hard to get money to upgrade my monsters. So that is true. In the very beginning of the game, it is extremely hard to get money. What you need to do, and it's not explained anywhere, is that you need to only focus on 1 or 2 Solari. Typically, you focus on your starters, like the 4-star guys that you got, and use those guys and level them up as high as possible. And you'll be able to beat the game for the most part with just those 2 guys. So our Warden has this relic here that petrifies. We're going to go and cancel. You can click the cancel button right there. So we canceled that because we want to actually use it on the Sleesplug over here. And then now we're going to finish off this Buzzle here, again, with that Defiant Brand, which is that giant fire attack. Sleesplug is now getting regeneration put on him, and he's stalling for his cooldowns. We are infected over here. We are infected on the Warden, it looks like, as well. We're going to go and put on the Ironwood Gifts. Since Sleesplug already has regeneration on him right now, I think, yep, Clobber went down. We're going to bring out our Leaf Root here. And you can see he's a little bit slow to come out, and that's that speed stat. They got Guard Ally on, so water attack. We have to take down the Graveljaw. In my opinion, Graveljaw is one of the strongest, so we're going to use water attacks. We got our Zingbat, who again is a water creature. Going to do really good damage to him. We're going to try and petrify and give regeneration over here. Oh, and he deflected that attack, so That's his passive. He can gain, block, and deflect.